what's poppin'? We're going to LAFC again. VIP Stilo with the squad. This time Ed's joining us.
Say what up, Ed.
And what up, YouTube? We're also gonna have like the Amazon guru. We're gonna pick her brain on how we could do better. And we're gonna share that information with you guys. So we're gonna sit down at the game, hit her like, hey, what's up? What can we do to get the inside scoop on Amazon? And that's what we're gonna do pretty much. They're rolling up. So we out of here. We're about to get on the freeway.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, partially functional. Half of me is comfortable, the other half is close to the cliff, like Mrs. Huxtable. These boys got them hoses and clips. They pack like Lunchables, like white boys in grade school while we ate school.
Oh shit. Fuck it. Oh? Yeah, grab one.
Yo, what up, YouTube? We just got back to. Oh shit. What up, YouTube? Right here with Dad. Boom. We just put up to the LAFC game. Trying to find our suites. Just parked. Fuck. We'll see y'all now.
See this? We're back. LAFC. Yo, we were here on some Galaxy shit last time. It was alright. No excitement. It wasn't really tight. But we're about to turn up with the LAFC today. And
I ain't nicked the surface. I like to think I gave the hood a different purpose. I ain't never seen
This is your first game?
like an LAFC night game, bro.
This is your first night game, man?
No, I've been here to like at least 2 or 3 more.
Oh, okay.
Prior. Not like this.
break bread with your team, do you feel extorted? Gotta get that out your heart, cause we can't afford it. Get your word, then the plan aborted. Always plan the fortune. Get my people out, just land the corpses. Never seen no young legends out of California.
Where?
Or go somewhere else, right? Yo, we got in line.
What's poppin', Family Ties? This is Nate from the studio. I'm gonna just go ahead and voice over this part because the audio is super messed up and you can't really hear anything. But basically, we just checked in, got our tickets. Pops is explaining to us how excited he is. We're headed to the suite. I'm talking about whatever I was talking about because this was shot like a year ago. And then Ed is in the back contributing to whatever we're talking about. And yeah, we're super excited. We're talking about the suite, about the food that we're gonna get, and you guys are gonna see all that right now. So enjoy.
You know I move way too mean to be getting up with the next bitch. You gon' hold me down? Ain't no better bitch. That smile drive me wild. Plus I've never had no ass like this. Ain't no Birkin bags, but Chanel is vintage. And the head is vicious. Pussy tastes delicious.
이거 띡했는데 너가 줬잖아 이러는 거 아니야? 그러면 베르야 먼저 가.
They were talking all kinds of shit that they were on the third floor, we were on the fourth.
So if these motherfuckers smell like fucking weed, get the fuck out.
Yo. They didn't know I talk Mandarin. It's Mandarinese. What's it called? Mandarin?
Mandarin, yeah.
Mandarin?
Fam, Nate DOGG from the studio again. Sorry for the random, like, horrible shots and audio here and there. At this point in our stage, or at the time, our videography skills were horrible. Now they're a lot better. This video has to be like 2 or 3 years old.
Oh shit, is that?
Yeah,
To the very end. Oh. Thank you.
information change or a personnel change, LAFC will
Sorry, guys. So they're using it for. They're using it for. Here, this is the. This is it? Oh. You just show the people over there.
Oh, it's the one that said 10, go that way.
No, but you said 10.
We still can't find her. We still can't find her suite. But
we ask you to please rise if you're able. And now,
it's nearby.
please
It's medicated. I'm medicated. We good.
It's nice. This is a nice little touch.
Why don't you say it's so salty though?
There we go.
Did you touch faking the step and make you dance with this? Big sticks, a lot of drums, but I can handle it. Cali nigga, sorry, I want all the cannabis. I want all the smoke, we finna blow and pay for damages. We gon' for the funeral, it's politics as usual. Kiss her on the cheek, I see your mama looking beautiful. And you was my nigga, posting pictures like I really miss you. I know when they hit you, started dissing and I had to get you. Probably gon' pop at me, I heard you got it out for me. I gotta breathe the block on me, big blowers on your property. You act like I don't know where your little bro and where your mama. People love, they got a lot for me. This just between us possibly. The homie took your side, but he my partner and I called to see. My nephew shit get hectic on the east side of the west. It's busy now to Smith and Wessons before you start to learn your lessons. In the classes, in the trenches, you can see him, man, get finished. But I'll never be no witness. Back to cuz I'm finna blitz. Big ol' pro never went fit.
Yo, 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 what up, YouTube? Got that good smacking drugs. You know what I'm saying? That good smacking like a. You gotta manifest it, you gotta put it out there. Hell yeah. But shout out Continental, shout out I think Best Drive too, shout out everybody. And man, let's get this shit cracking.
Every inch of me is hurting and I just wanna leave it all behind. Yeah, I'm breaking up with you tonight. Yeah, you know that's hard to say. Yeah, you know when
We all good on the everybody? So coming real quick to y'all, a little bit more on Amazon tips. Ourselves, we've been doing it about 6 months, and we have certain hurdles that we still need to figure out. And we have a friend of a friend, Jenna, which is kind of like on the inside track. She knows a little bit more educated than us in this matter. Maybe she can give us a couple of tips on how to maybe get ungated, how to grow your store quicker, and things of that matter. So that being said, that's Jenna. If you want to introduce yourself, tell me a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Jenna. I've worked in e-commerce for about 6 years now, selling all different kinds of things. I've done both sides of Amazon, the sellers, FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, and also fulfilled by sellers. So definitely two different animals. But yeah, I'd love to help you guys get going.
So as far as like building your store at the quickest pace, what would you suggest? What would you go build by seller, FBA?
Yeah, I think the biggest, the fastest way to grow your business is to know your strengths. So if you have one product that you are selling a ton of, go FBA. If you are selling multiple products and it's a group effort of inventory, go by seller, because you can kind of, your cash flow will be a lot easier, especially like when you're starting out. That's a huge thing.
Yeah. How about like our struggle that we've had is we're about what 6-7 months in?
Yeah.
And we're getting a lot of things unlocked and ungated, but still we're so restricted, and that, I think that makes growth frustrating. And to any of the people out there that are trying to set up an Amazon, their hustle with Amazon or whatever the case might be, I'm sure that's a headache. If it's a headache for us, it's a headache for them.
Yeah.
So like, what are some of the things that you recommend to do as a store to like get more unlocked, get more of those things that you can sell, make more profit?
Yeah, definitely. So Amazon, like a lot of search platforms, right, like Google or any other search engine, they are all about user experience. So if you can get things like reviews, 5 stars, and it doesn't just have to be the product reviews, but if you can get seller reviews, people that are commenting on how you ship stuff, Amazon will push you up.
How do we entice our end user to leave those reviews?
Oh, that's $1 million question, right?
Okay.
So you can do it kind of old school way, where you can print out some cards. This is actually super effective, right? Your packaging, if it's branded, so I think you can get like the tape that you use, the packing tape, if you want to put your name on it, right? Like simple things like that, right? Like where you're not like spending a ton of money, but when someone gets the package, they're like, oh, this is cool. I wanna learn more about this brand.
Of course you're not going to hear me. They won't hear it until you say that. You can hear it. Once we edit it, we'll be able to hear it. So, what are some of the hot products that you see working good on Amazon? That since you were in that back end, you saw we'll move quick.
Totally.
So what were some of those products?
Again, it comes down to user experience. So what do you think of when you want to go to Amazon? What do you want the next day, right? You got to think of the
convenience.
Yes. So anything that has to do with like, you lose a lot, like phone chargers, right? Anything that's cases, anything that's small and consumable. And I'm saying that small consumable stuff because that's what's going to be most profitable for you guys. As far as shipping something that's this big,
small profit, large amounts.
Right, large volume.
Okay.
So again, when you're starting an Amazon business and you only have a limited amount of cash flow, you're gonna want something that, sure, your profit's this much, but if you sell 20,000 of them, right, it's gonna make a big difference. Versus buying something that's $1,000, right, and your MSRP, you make 400, but you only sell 10 in a month. I mean, that's not really good, right?
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
What were some of those items that you saw come across your desk that were heavy movers?
Yeah. So I kind of worked in like 2 spaces. There was one that was more retail, was more lifestyle branding. A lot of tumblers made for like cups and tall skinny ones. Now it kind of depends on like what your market is, but you can have people that are buying it for a Christmas present, or you can have people that are finding it online, buying wholesale and having a whole business, right? So those are your key people, and that's when the branding is going to come in handy for the packaging, because you never know who you're getting it shipped to, right? So everything that you touch, have the mentality that that person is going to take your business.
So doing FBA, say we go through the Alibaba channel and we drop ship thousands of these little products directly to Amazon.
Yeah.
How does that process work exactly? So let's say, for example, I decided to make this cup and I just ordered 1 million of these. How does it work for me to register this cup into Amazon and throw it in as, here's my whole inventory that I just bought?
Yeah, so it's a little tricky, but once it's established, it's a well-oiled machine. So just like any other product that you want to list with Amazon, you have to say, okay, these are the dimensions, this is the weight, this is literally everything about this product, right?
So you have to give the schematics of this, the blueprint.
Yes, the blueprint. So it's a little tough at first, especially if you have to do all of that. But if you're getting it manufactured, you can also say to the manufacturer,
this is what I require.
Right.
Now, is there any like government approvals on certain items? Like it has to be approved by.
So we're kind of getting into like the manufacturing questions, and it depends on what you want to say, right? So like, is this FDA approved, especially for like drinkware or whatever wear, like kitchenware? So does it have a big thing with plastic? Does it have like a certain type of plastic in it? It's kind of nitty gritty, but basically you can sell whatever you want, but think about who your market is, right? Like if you're gonna sell to moms, you're gonna want to make sure that the plastic that's bad for kids is not in your cup, right? So it takes a little bit of extra work, but it will pay off in the long run if you're thinking about the products
adapting to the customer.
Yeah, before you buy 1,000 pieces of it, right? And as far as getting it to Amazon, there's cool things now where you can have it drop shipped directly from the manufacturer to an Amazon warehouse where you don't even touch it. It doesn't cost more money though.
Do you have to go through an approval process for your product?
Not necessarily, right? As long as you say that it is what it is, Amazon can check it and you won't get flagged. Some things that do get flagged is saying that like it's smaller or bigger than it is, or that it's made with stuff that it's not really made with, right? But no, there's not like an inspection process as like Amazon's like, you know, this isn't what they say it is. Where you'll get screwed is customers, because customers will figure that stuff out, and you get bad reviews. Your business
you don't want those, yeah. Is there a shortcut to getting quicker reviews?
Shortcuts cost money, right? So you can pay people to do it, and it's usually like you can crowdsource it, right? Your friends and family, that's a great place to start. And just like any other sales tactic, like do not be shy. Like they're there to support you, you know what I mean? There's also incentives. You can have that card and say if you leave a review, get 10% off your next purchase or whatever it is, right? Like there's little things that you can get creative. But yeah.
What about just for the YouTubers' sake, to talk about a little bit of like your experience being inside the business and what it was like for you?
Yeah.
It was for what was your favorite thing about it? Like that.
My favorite thing, okay. So on the FBA side, I think my favorite thing was the logistics of everything. So it's like a dance that you're doing, right? Like as you're getting inventory in, you're making sure that you're selling things within 30 to 60 days and giving it over to Amazon. The part that's a little bit tricky there is making sure that Amazon is selling what you're saying that you're selling, right? So like sometimes they'll try and say like, oh, like we were talking about earlier, this is a ½ inch larger than you said it was, we're gonna charge you like $5 more for the shipping. And then you have to sit there with the picture and be like with the, you know, the ruler like, no, that's not real. So it's a little tedious, but it is kind of fun to be like, no.
Yeah, my specs are my specs.
My specs are my specs, yeah. On the seller side, I think my favorite thing was that you could sell whatever you wanted if it was on Amazon. And what's cool is that like when you get into bulk stuff, like if you guys are selling like 1,000 different SKUs or like 30,000 different SKUs, there's an Excel sheet that makes it pretty easy to just upload everything at one time.
Well, what are you currently using to take care of the SKUs? Google spreadsheets. Google spreadsheets?
Yeah.
I usually take a little bit of notes sometimes, or I'll just keep the receipts. Really, I'll keep the receipts and then go from the receipts straight to Google Sheets.
So fast track to making some serious money on Amazon would be FBA, come up with the product, send it in bulk.
Yeah. I think that's the fastest way because, especially for a smaller company, if you don't have someone in your warehouse that can pull 1,000 orders a day, then you can't sell 1,000 orders a day. You know what I mean? So Amazon really gives you the opportunity to scale at a cost, of course.
So I think I cut you off a couple of times after I asked you what was some products that you saw go through you that were moving. Can you elaborate on those now?
Yeah, sure. So, and I think now that we kind of have a culture that revolves around TikTok too, right? There's like these hot products. If you're looking for something seasonal, right? Like depending on
Stay on the trend.
Yeah, stay on the trend, but don't get caught up in it either. So because if you buy 1,000 of one thing that you think is selling really hot,
You don't want to catch it on the
it's
down.
gonna turn over, right? So like, think of quick consumable products that everyone will always use. So like the chargers, cases, anything that has to do with electronic accessory.
Like a
super
necessity
quick.
almost. Okay.
Yeah. And as far as like the bigger ticket items, like it kind of depends on how much money you are willing to invest, right? So if you want the 1,000 orders, what product can you buy 1,000 of?
Right, to get those $1,000.
Right.
That moves.
Exactly.
And electronics is that market.
Yeah, I think it is. But again, like, look forward, right? Like, if you know iPhone is coming out with a new charger,
right?
And
Stock
it has
on those.
Exactly.
Or
like
the new 13 has. Okay.
Yeah. So,
We just scored again 3-0. We're up. And like true professionals, we're back. So like electronics sells heavy, and then I like electronics because I feel that like the people that are in the LA area like us, we can go to downtown LA, buy it both right then and there, not have to ship from overseas. And so what's Amazon require at that point? Because I know that if I go to downtown LA and buy a bucket of chargers, most likely they're going to be like overseas chargers, and we have them all there now. How does it, like, all you have to do is be honest and say, hey, these are overseas chargers, and now you can send them all in?
Well, you still need the specs, right? So like, and then this comes into a bigger conversation about SEO or search engine optimization, right? So like on your page, the product page itself, you gotta think that there's 10 other people at least selling the same thing that you're selling. So to be competitive, to be in that buy box, the top 3, the more information you have is what's gonna be the game changer, right? Because it's not gonna be the price. You can't go too low on a consumable product because you just lost money.
What do you mean by the more information you got? Like as far as like your descriptions and stuff?
Yes, yeah. So like, what color is it? How much is the length? Like with a lot of electronic stuff, like the jewels, like the amp power, right? And all of this, you're probably not gonna get that from the LA chargers, but you might get lucky and have that one like little like accordion paper, you know, with all the specs. Copy and paste that shit into the description.
Okay.
And then in your bullet points, make it user-friendly, because again, we're looking for user-friendly. Amazon's like algorithm will search for, are there periods, are there capitalized sentences? Yeah, so like we want to make it readable, but then in like the other areas that no one reads, right, like other description, put all that other shit right there.
So
Even if
you're
you
talking
don't
about
know what it means.
So you're talking about the part where you scroll down and it's all the nonsense.
Yes. That nonsense will get you, one, it'll pop you up in the search.
The more nonsense we put on there.
Yes. But make it like cute, you know, like make it readable.
Yeah, make it presentable.
What's also gonna set you apart, especially if no one else has that specific SKU number, are your images. I know it's like a super basic, but like make sure
Fly back home for the summer, I jumped in like I could have been. Boxed up, gone for 100 years. Let's just say I'm glad I took the long way.
Gone, get what you want, say what you will, eat what you kill, everyone will, get what you give, that's how we live, that's how it is, that's how it is.
Hard to remember your name, I lost track. Y'all start looking the same, it's all cap back. Now I got infinity fame. I'm sick, your hands shaped like venom in veins, okay? Coming for whatever I claim.
Let's roll! Let's roll! Rapido!